I'm out here moving the sheep, and I just noticed that across the whole field, there don't seem to be any more of these, but I did see one. Crazy flower, all by itself here. To me, it looks like a morning glory. Oh, there you go. There's the vine. So it looks like it's a morning glory. It's afternoon now. I'm kind of surprised it's still open because they tend to close up after morning hours. It's pretty. I'm over here checking on my licorice plants, and they are not looking good. I think they're getting too much sun. I looked it up, and it looks like it's either too little sun, too much sun, or too much watering, or too little watering. And they've been getting plenty of water until maybe recently. This one actually looks pretty good. I think it's really got some new growth going right there. But they're just so yellow. I think they're struggling. So I put some mulch around them and watered them. And I'm gonna park this chicken coop right here to try to just give them a half a day of sun. Just a few hours in the afternoon. They look like they're pretty far gone, so I hope they're gonna make it. As I look at them now though, I do see green at the top of each one. So maybe they're kind of adjusting to this soil and to this area, and maybe they're gonna be okay. Also, where I've been growing my peppermint, just in that one spot where I've been trying to grow it over and over, it's still struggling really bad, but all the rest of it's looking awesome. I did throw some mulch around it too and watered it. We should get some more water. Well, I think it's gonna be 5 or 6 days before we get any more rain, so I might need to water them again before then. With the drought we were having, we kind of gave up on some things. We gave up on the garden here. So it's gotten pretty overgrown. It was already kind of overgrown even when we were using it. But we pulled some really nice pumpkins out of here before, as you've seen. And now all of a sudden, we're seeing these watermelons popping up. Let me see if I can see. Oh yeah, there's another one. So we got this one. There's one in here you can't really see. And then I've seen a bunch of little small ones. Let's see, there was one here. So we might get a little small bumper crop of watermelons now that the weather has gotten better. I just turned off the freeze dryer. It's been running for a couple of days. That's how long the freeze dryer runs. 2 or 3 days, depending on what it's drying. So these are from our garden. I think it's neat how, you know, some things might shrivel just a little, but a lot of things, it looks like it was just chopped, but it's dry and kind of like styrofoam. Can you hear it? And then sometimes I use strawberries as just something to put in there. It's easy, it's already in a frozen bag. And I can just throw it in there with something else. So I only had 1 tray of jalapenos, so I said, well, I'll just fill up the rest with the strawberries. Okay, I got all those bagged up, and they have oxygen absorbers in there to pull all the oxygen out and make them last longer. What I can't wait for is these. Those are local, fresh, well, fresh, they're now frozen peaches. But those are gonna be like candy when they come out of there. It's looking really good in here. We've got light fixtures, smoke detectors, HVAC, grills. Almost every loose wire is now in an outlet box or a switch box. You know, we got this that's gonna be later for the range hood. This that's gonna be for the disposal and the dishwasher. But mostly we have the surfaces finished. And now I'm about to start on the trim. So I just put this one piece on, and in no time at all, we're gonna have doors trimmed, baseboards, all that kind of stuff going in, and that's really gonna give it a much more finished look. I mean, especially here, these windows look pretty rough, but they'll look great with trim. I also look forward to getting this hole closed up. We'll put some trim around it, we'll put a piece of wood in there and paint it ceiling color. Get a couple of things out of the container. I got this, I almost said dehydrator, dehumidifier. It seems like all summer long we collect water, moisture out of the container, trying to keep everything from getting mold or mildew. I've got some fire ants under this little stepping stone, so I give them a shower every time I dump this. But in the wintertime, it's pretty dry and we don't have this problem. So I just turn it off in the winter. Needed one of those. I have a couple more projects that I hope to do after doing a budget to figure out the rest of what it costs to do Caleb's house. I don't know if I can do all the projects I want to do. But we are going to take one of these containers, the one that's out in the field, and we're gonna make a tiny home for Claire. And that'll be down in the woods where the Stevens used to live for a few months. I guess several months. It was nice to have them. And actually, Caleb's friend Preston should have a camper coming. We got a great deal on a fifth wheel camper that needs some work done. And so a friend of ours is going to be bringing that to us. We don't have the truck to move a fifth wheel, so he's going to bring that to us. Oh, today. I was thinking it's still coming up in a day or two, but actually it's today, this afternoon. So that'll be a really cool thing for Caleb's friend Preston to work on. That's going to be his new home. So right down the road here, as you go into the woods, that's where we have our spot where there's some electricity that they can tap into and a nice place for a camper. There's also the well down there and a septic. So there used to be, I don't know, 15 or 20 years ago, there used to be a trailer down there. And now we have the benefit of having that extra well on our property so people can hook up campers and have all the utilities that they need. I grabbed this box for the last electrical wire that I think we need to run. This is coming in from the well pump outside, and we're coming along here. And right up in here, I'm gonna put a junction box because that's as long as that wire is. And I've got some more wire that we're gonna run the rest of the way over to the breaker box. Danger Cat has been normally taking care of our property when it comes to rats and mice, rats and mice and what do you call them, moles. And today I'm seeing that she got a pretty good size rat. Well, It's a lot bigger than a mouse. It's about as long as my hand. We had started feeding them extra food, especially since I didn't really know how much food we were supposed to give them, so I would just give them plenty. And for a while there, we were seeing an occasional rodent running around. So we cut their food back, and now they can supplement their food if they want to take care of some of these pests. I don't think she's really eating them, but her desire to hunt has risen a little bit. Are you taking a break? You've been working hard all morning?